they could do it again, there's a chance he could have a statue right beside Ernie Banks. If he goes anywhere else, Bryant's not going to get a statue. I'm sorry, Harper's not going to get a statue in Philly now, right? And he's certainly not going to get one in Washington. Bryant has this opportunity to get one of homegrown talent. Yeah. There's Bryant. I think if he understands the implications of baseball history and Cubs history, he would stay here. But at the end of the day, it's if the Cubs aren't going to give him the deal that he thinks he deserves and the market shows, then I think he's got to go elsewhere. There's nobody's here is working for charity, and these guys make a ton of money, so I don't want to make it seem like that. But I'd like to see Bryant and Rizzo. I'd love to see the core five, but the way baseball is, our core five players.
Who's your core five?
Are going to last. Well, you've got Contreras, you've got Baez, you've got Rizzo, you've got Bryant, and you have Schwarber. Those are my guys. I mean, those are the guys when you think about
Schwarber over Hayward.
Schwarber over Hayward.
Yeah, Schwarber way over Hayward.
Yeah, I mean, Hayward's the guy. I mean,
Hayward is a Golden Glove.
A lot of limitations for
He's Golden Glove.
I love Jason Hayward. I root for Jason. Yeah, I root for Jason. I root for Jay Hay over nobody. When he gets up to bat, it's like a little league game. I'm like, come on, buddy, show us what you got.
You're due, Jay Hay.
Hey, that's true. Hey, that's 100% fact.
Chad, I'm with you on the core.
That's true.
And I would almost shave it down to 4, where I would go Rizzo, Bryant, and I'm not in any. And if you want me to start in value order, I would go Javi, Rizzo, Bryant, and then Wilson Contreras.
Yeah,
I honestly think Javi has the skills to someday be an MVP.
Javi should, if he hadn't been hurt, he would have. I think he would have been very close between him and Yelich when he got hurt. Yeah, and Javi to me is the only superstar transcendent talent I think we have on this team. He is the guy that has all the tools, and he is. I mean, imagine him in L.A. or in New York. I mean, he'd be on every marquee and billboard. So our hope. And
good-looking kid, young. I love him. He's my favorite player.
He's my favorite player.
And he loves what he's doing. He's out there and he's just playing ball. I mean, his no-look tags, his slides, his defensive ability, his swinging for the fence when it's me. It's just he's the most exciting Cubs player I can remember in my lifetime. I will say that.
I would tell you. I mean, being a Cubs fan for a long time.
Let me pull that with the Sammy Sosa caveat. He was.
You know who one of my favorite Cubs was of all time that got me excited like Javi does was Sean Dunston.
Yep.
Sean Dunston would just that cannon of an arm and some of the things he did at shortstop. I loved watching what Sean Dunston could do on a baseball.
Mr. Triple. He hit triples like no other.
It's incredible. And whenever you see Wilson throw those heaters down to Rizzo, I think about Sean doing the same thing over to Gracie.
Oh yeah,
Leon.
Yeah, definitely.
So the game's postponed tonight. The Cardinals are definitely now going to be known as the Dirty Birds because they can't keep themselves.
And they had a really good guy going to start tonight, Ponce de Leon. This guy was like an explorer of sorts.
Yeah, he threw a gem not too long ago against the Twins. He lost in that game, but
you had to make sure they knew that.
I had to throw that in there. He had like 11 strikeouts in like 7 innings against Twins.
Hey guys, Chad, I got a text on the T-Roy text card. We have a Cardinal fan out there listening. He doesn't like us talking about the Cubs. I mean, why don't you guys quit making out with each other there, Cardinal
he can always, whatever a Cardinal podcast he can listen to, he can ask to come on here, but we're a Cubs station, the ESPN is.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, guys, because I was shocked that they were going to play this series because of what we saw, how they handled with the Marlins and the numbers we knew that the Cardinals had. So there's two things here. One, why in the heck did they create these taxi squads if they can't actually get these guys that are at these safe sites to come in and fill the role? Because that's what the Marlins are doing right now, and they actually just swept Baltimore with the taxi squad, basically. But the Cardinals, I mean, this obviously puts them at a disadvantage because they haven't played in a while. But now the Cubs are going to have 3 makeup games that they have to do because of the Cardinals' negligence. And it's frustrating. You don't know where and you don't know how people get it. You don't know if the casino story has anything to do with this. It's just frustrating because we know if you follow the stories, like Major League Baseball has been reaching out to the Cubs and asking them, how are you doing this? Because we're hearing such great remarks about how you guys are handling the precautions that are needed. It's clear the Cardinals didn't have those precautions, and now we have a weekend without baseball, which sucks. I mean, it really does.
Sucks.
Pat Hughes in my ear the last 13 days has been the greatest thing of 2020, and now I got nothing this weekend. So I'm disappointed that this has happened. I wish the taxi squad situation, and I wish nothing but health and safety, and I hope everybody recovers 100%, even if they wear red and gray.
Yeah,
Hey,
hold on a second though. I love that you said even if they wear red and gray and the birds are on the bat on there and everything, and we don't know where it comes from and how it goes. But there is one thing you said, Chad. I love it to death because there's still the Cub fan in you, and you said because of the Cardinals' negligence, I'm not having baseball this weekend, which I love to death that you said that.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, Chad. To go back to old school, you're in Southern Cal. What the Padres have done with this uniform, by the way, has got me just loving it. And I'm gonna be rocking a Padres hat soon, just because I need to have the brown with the yellow. But they're taking on the Diamondbacks.
Chad, T-Roy has no loyalty.
Yes, I do.
To any sports teams. So I just want to let you know.
I just like sports fashion, Chad. There's a difference.
Yeah. Well, listen, I've got so many different Cubs jerseys because I'm a colossal nerd, adult male. But when the Cubs were in 2016, when they were here in San Diego for the All-Star game, how could I not get those old school, Taco Bell? So I've got the Cubs. Yep. I've got a Rizzo, the brown and yellow, and it always was perplexing to me why they wouldn't go back there, and they look so good. You're right, the hats are good. And it's at the right time because it's a pretty exciting team right now. They've gone toe to toe with the Dodgers this last series.
Now, did you grow up in Chicago, Chad?
I grew up. I'm a small town farm rural Midwestern boy. So if you find everybody knows where Champaign is. You find Champaign on the map, which is where I was born, and you go exactly between Champaign and Charleston, where Eastern Illinois is this little town called Villa Grove. And I'm from Villa Grove. I went to school down at Southern Illinois University at Carbondale because I was very smart. And that's a joke. And then my career,
he's a Saluki.
My career took me in. I'm a Saluki. You got it. I'm a Saluki. And then my career took me in different spots. And then I lived in Chicago for more than a decade. I moved there, a few months after the Bartman game in 2003, and I put myself on the season ticket list, and my number came up, and I've been a season ticket holder now for 8 years, and I'm lucky enough to still have a place out that way. But yeah, the work and my life have taken me to Southern California, and there's worse places to be during a pandemic.
Well, it's funny you bring up Eastern Illinois. My wife went there, so she, you guys were both down in the same area of the state. Now, just so you know, we might be the Quad Cities, but we have a Portillo's here now. So, are you missing any of these? It
ain't like Chicago. It ain't like Chicago. Portillo's.
It's the same thing.
No,
it's not. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
They do a really nice job with it. I have my nearest Portillo's is 47 miles away up in Orange County. So there's one.
Oh, okay.
There's one up there if I need it. But listen, I'm trying to shave off some of that Anthony Rizzo fat myself. So
That's what we want to do. Obviously, with reaching out when Ryan talked to Jay and Jay got us a hold of whatever else, we want to continue this dialogue with you. Have fun the way we are. Eventually, when you guys are free, because I know you guys have your day jobs and everything else, but we'd like to be able to, if whenever you guys can, if you can fit time in here, we'd like to have you on Zoom, so that way you're also on our Facebook Live. Because right now,
I love that.
Because we're dealing with we're dealing with internet problems. So I would love to send this entire interview to you like that what's on YouTube or whatever else, but we've been interrupted 3 times since I've talked to you, and I hate that. But when our internet's up and running, so that Zoom that you're on it at the same time. But I want to continue the dialogue because that way we're getting you more subscribers. I subscribe to it. I joined the Facebook group. You made a nice thing, I believe, 2 days ago, welcoming everyone on there. I was on the list, welcoming all the new members and everything else. So.
It's so much fun. It's a great community. I'd love to join you guys again. I'd love it. I mean, first off, Iowa. Are you kidding me? I mean, there's so many Cubs fans out there, obviously, and there's Cardinal fans. I don't. Here's the thing about other teams. I want to say it's blasphemous to say this. Hating on somebody that loves the team is like it's like hating on somebody for loving their kids. So if you like another team, go for it. I don't care about your team, right? I care about the Cubs, and there's so many great Cubs fans.
That's right.
In Iowa, and I'd love to join on Zoom because you've actually got to see my Zoom backup. All I've done in the pandemic is just get my Zoom backdrop dialed in, And my job has nothing to do with sports. I'm not going to bore you with that. But when I actually Zoom on these calls, people are looking behind me like, what is that back there? So I've got kind of a stupid Cub shrine that I think would lend itself to join one of your Zooms.
There's nothing stupid about it, sir.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Chad, thank you so much for your time. We'll continue to talk. We'll continue to have you on, and we'll continue to promote the Friendly Confines podcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts, go subscribe. And like you said, if you're on Facebook, go join their fan page. And there's ways to win, like you said, the replica of the 2016 World Series. Chad, where can they follow you on Twitter? Are you active on Twitter? I know it's the Chad Gordon.
Chad.
Are you active on Twitter?
I am not one of those guys that like sits on the couch while I'm watching a game and does 70 posts, because I watch the game and I typically will have a girl with me. I like to talk to my gal.
Oh,
so
that's right.
The Chad.
Look at that.
The
He doesn't have time
Chad.
for the internet.
Yeah. Hey, man, he's in Southern California for a reason. The women are not ugly.
Hey, man, the Chad.
I'm just saying, you put the phone down and be respectful.
That's it.
You can find me at the Chad Gordon, and the only reason I'm at the Chad Gordon is some joker beat me to the regular Chad Gordon.
Gotcha. All right, man. I'll be in touch. I really appreciate your time. We really appreciate your time, and we've had a great conversation with you.
Thank you, the Chad.
Fun. Yeah, I love the show. I love the energy. I'd come on anytime, guys. Thank you so much for the shout outs and go Cubs.
All right, buddy. You make sure those
Cubs,
Southern
baby.
cowgirls see some of that Midwest love.
That's right.
All right, man.
Take care, Chad. Appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa. Been serving Davenport since '92 with great beers like Davenport Gold, Wise Guy, and the Raging River. You can check out their Facebook page for all their food and drink specials. So make sure you check them out this weekend. The restaurant, 208 East Road Drive. The tap room is in the Freight House Complex. Those are our friends from Front Street Brewery.
Delicious.
We're good streaking! Yeah! I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing. Look at this.
Ace Muffler Clinic has been serving the Quad Cities area for over 60 years. There's a reason why our customers continue to trust us with their vehicles. We can fix almost anything. We can fix your muffler, tune your brakes, change your oil, change your tires, replace your battery, customize your exhaust, tune your engine, repair your suspension, replace your radiator and your water pump. Align your automobile, refill your transmission fluid, and change your filters. And we believe in doing all those things right the first time. For fast, friendly service, visit Ace Muffler Clinic at 4th Ave and 15th Street in Rock Island.
See, very intrigued by the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Your agent's name is Lou, right?
Yeah, and let's just leave it at that. Lou. I don't even know his last name. I don't want to know his last name. I just call him Lou.
Does your agent look like a Lou?
He looks like a Lou.
Who would be an agent? Mike, what do you imagine? Have you met Stugatz's agent, Lou?
I have not met Lou.
Well, what do you imagine Lou Stugatz's agent looks like?
Old-timey.
An old-timey agent from the old show business community.
Yeah, horseshoe haircut.
Well, yeah, you're pretty close. He definitely looks old-timey, and he looks like a Lou. I mean, but I love that my agent's name is Lou. You know?
Sausage links for fingers.
You imagine him tall, or you imagine him...
No, I imagine him
Short,
roughly your height.
Short.
All right, he's tall and slender.
I imagine him frail.
Well, imagine him getting yelled at by me.
The Dan Le Batard Show, 9 till 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Introducing First Midwest Bank's newest branch, your home. With our online banking and mobile app, it's easier than ever to make a deposit from the dining room, pay bills from the patio, or get alerts in the loft. The convenience of First Midwest Bank, right from your own home. Visit firstmidwest.com/convenient to get started today. First Midwest Bank, momentum for life. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Car old? Need it sold? Get rid of that old car and do a good deed at the same time. It's the Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction coming soon to Cole Valley. That's right, it's back. Donate your car, truck, SUV, or motorcycle, and if you live within 40 miles of Cole Valley, they will even pick it up, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible. Call 309-799-7044 or visit them online at arrowheadyouth.org. Car old? Need it sold? Arrowhead Ranch Annual Auto Auction. Stay tuned for an auction date in Cole Valley.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Do you expect the 78-year-old to throw a strike from 60 feet, 6 inches away tonight? Fauci. 63% of the audience said no. If Anthony Fauci, we should call him Dr. Fauci. Disrespectful. But anyway, if Anthony bounces his first pitch tonight, should that impact his shot at winning awards?
What awards is he winning? He's been doing nothing.
Person
All
of the
he's
year.
been doing is warning us, and we've ignored him. And now we're starting sports again.
71% of the audience said yes. He's throwing out the first pitch, Dan.
We've ignored his warnings. He's not going to win any awards. We're number one at being the worst. He gave us all the advice and we ignored it. Told us how to do this, and we simply ignored him.
He'd be throwing that thing in front of 60,000 tonight if we listen.
The Dan Levitard Show, 9 till 11 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort who let nothing overcome their profound profession. Those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Precision Air, the masters of comfort and efficiency. For the best in heating and AC, call today. Precision Air will be right there.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport.
We are roaming around Delaware before we enter there, Calvin Reed.
Was that NWO music?
That is, yeah.
That's right. Back here in the Hasselcastle, everybody. Welcome
taking over the
to
airwaves.
The show.
Well, it's not like we're
Hollywood
taking them over.
Cal
We've taken
Reed.
them over. Yeah, for 2 years now, going strong here at ESPN 1170 AM. I want to thank everyone for listening to ESPN 1170 AM. Reminder that you can listen on your app on your smartphone,
Thank
wherever
you.
you download your apps, and you can listen to ESPN1170am.com, where you can also read posts, kind of like we did yesterday, talked about. I think I might piggyback or do something more. I know I want to talk about the campgrounds, but I really feel strongly that the University of Iowa will not have fans in attendance after week one, so there will be no tailgating after week one because, sorry,
The kids, man.
it's one of those things.
The kids, man.
This is why we can't have nice things. It's
kids,
human
man.
nature. We're just going to overdo it. Like, we're just going to. So, and the university can go, we tried. And it's going to be right after Iowa City. And sorry,
Yeah.
Iowa City, that's just the way you are. Your residents, your environment, everything else. You're going to complain about everything and tattle on people and say, this isn't right. And you're going to suck all the fun out of it. So no matter how much we may take advantage of the situation as Iowa fans and tailgate, do whatever else, the Iowa City residents are going to suck all the fun out of Iowa football
You
for
already
as
know,
much as they can.
because Iowa City is mostly older people. Anyway.
Want to thank Chad Gordon from the Friendly Confines podcast. Go check them out on Facebook. Join their group. They've got a giveaway. Wherever you listen to podcasts, they've got incredible guests. I mean, last week we talked about Joe Buck. That's a huge get, but also to have Chris Myers and everyone else. They have Rick Sutcliffe they're going to have on, and they're continuing to get the guests on, and they do a really good job. And we want people to listen to them, Cub fans out there, to get more knowledge instead of just your X's and O's from your 670 The Score. And I think kind of Cal, what he's talking about when the Facebook page, instead of like, not out there, they want general discussion. They don't want the conversation. They want people to argue about whether or not, you've seen it on social media where people are like, I can't believe it's game 8. Chris Bryant's batting 167 at leadoff when he's still doing it. I don't think that's what he wants. I think he's just kind of like, he doesn't want the argument. He just wants fans to be Cub fans.
Gotcha.
And to be the fanatic, to sing their praises or whatever else. I mean, I get it. There are things, but on top of it, the Cubs hired David Ross. They didn't hire you to manage them from behind a Facebook screen.
Exactly.
So I understand that maybe the numbers are there, that Chris Bryant wasn't the greatest leadoff, but it's always like, see, I told you after 4 games, he's 1 for 18 with 1 run scored. He's not a leadoff. Good job.
The position of where you bat doesn't. I don't know where that comes from.
Well, I mean,
to be honest,
old school way of
because my way is like this. I could lead off, or I could be the 9th batter or 8th batter.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter how I'm hitting, at all.
Does matter.
It does. It didn't matter to me.
It does matter if you're a major league player because there's also a thing called bonuses, and you're going to get more at bats if you're in the 1 to 3 spot. You're going to get something like 1.5 more at bats than anyone 4 through 5 throughout the season. Like, that makes a lot. That's 162 more at bats, and you're getting more time to get bonuses, to get more runs scored, more RBIs, more home runs, whatnot. Your batting average. That's for a bonus. Your agent is telling you it matters where you bat.
So you're saying Ricky Henderson was a greatest leadoff hitter ever.
I'm saying Ricky Henderson is the greatest leadoff hitter ever.
I'm saying it too.
Yeah, I mean, that's got nothing to do with bonuses. I mean, that's not
He
a
just
lie.
he just wanted the ball.
If you're looking at what leadoff is right now, we're all going to sit here and say the same thing. A leadoff is someone who gets on by all means and can make that single or that walk into a double.
Yep.
And that's Ricky. That if we are all starting a little league team, a softball team, a major league baseball team, and you say start with a leadoff, we're not just going to go. And I get to where you're at, like that.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant doesn't look like Ricky Henderson,
Right.
and he's not going to be Ricky Henderson.
Right.
But things also change. Your number 2 batter, like it used to be in the National League, isn't going to bunt you over anymore. So your 3 or 4 can bring you in. The bunting doesn't happen anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you had in '84 Cubs, you had the daily double with Bobby Denier and Ryan Sandberg, or vice versa. I could be either way.
Yeah, it was.
One got on,
Bobby
and
Denier.
Bobby Denier. One got on, the other one would bunt him over, and let Leon Durham or anyone else come, or Bill Buckner come over, do whatever they can.
The bull.
Yeah. Ron Say, bring him in. Now it's your time to hammer him in. Keith Moreland, yeah. You just don't have that anymore.
Moreland.
But
I have 80,000
Gary
of his.
Matthews, the Sarge.
Friend of the show, Jimmy Siokas, will tell you why number 3 is the best hitter in the lineup, not 4. The 4 is not, because they're the one that's going to get more at bats. He's very well versed when it comes to this. But that's the only reason why. I understand what you're saying. It doesn't matter to you. And when I'm putting together a lineup, and when it comes to like my own daughter, I say it doesn't matter where you hit because you're a professional hitter.
Right.
And she's only 10, but she's like, what does that mean? I'm like, you don't care where you're at.
Right.
But also on top of it, my daughter does a couple things that I really respect. She works a count a long ways. She can hit well with 2 strikes. And I say, my goodness, you might be a great leadoff hitter. And then when I say to her, hey, I think maybe you should bat leadoff, she goes, oh, no, I can't handle that pressure. So I said, fine, go back to bat in 7th. I don't care.
Yep.
So if you realize you can't handle it, you can't handle it. I don't think the double feature is going to happen, so why don't we pick our games for today? Let's pick the winners. What do you mean, no? Whatever. What do you mean? You're still upset about going 5
we could at least do one of the.
We just don't have the time, T-Roy. Like, I'm sorry I went over, but Monday's always there.
Well, you spend a lot of time there talking about batting.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know, and you want to talk about...
You can tell who never played
baseball.
baseball.
Back to school or whatever.
We're not talking about Smokey the Man up in that school.
We spent 30 minutes talking about how Iowa shouldn't have their parents coming.
No, but it's...
Calvin Reed, go look at your own camera.
All
right, we're going to do through guessing the games today. We're going to start out Baltimore taking on Washington. Tommy Milone.
Maloney. Mm-hmm.
Maloney. Against TBD.
It's Malone. It's not...
Okay, trying to give him an Italian name.
It's M-I-Lone.
Yeah.
That's not Malone. That's Milone.
It's Malone.
Milone.
Sure.
Maloney. Could be Maloney.
Sure.
Sounds like baloney.
Okay.
Just for the fact that every time I've made fun of a pitcher's name on this thing, I've gone against him, and I get screwed. I'm taking Baltimore.
Nationals.
Against Anibal Sanchez. Nationals at home.
Sanchez at Nationals.
30 Sanchez?
I'm taking... Jeez.
What are you taking, Jay?
I want this to... The Baltimore's so bad. I'm taking the Nationals.
Thank you.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
I'm taking the
Nationals.
Nationals.
Get this right now.
All
right, the Yankees taking on the Rays. Mashiro Tanaka taking on Blake Snell.
We know Blake. You guys all remember
Blake's
Blake.
A Karen.
Yeah, Blake is his own Karen. Yeah.
Karen Snell on the mound. I like tough to act in Tanaka. I'll take the Yankees.
Tampa Bay's at home here. Blake Snell, former Cy Young Award winner. Yankees just lost. I am going to take Tampa Bay at home, and reluctantly, but I'm taking the home team here.
Calvin?
I'm taking Tampa.
No, you would. All right, the Braves on the road against the Phillies.
Philly.
Kyle Wright can't be wrong against Vince Velasquez.
Philly.
Yeah.
You guys are both taking Philly?
Yeah, right away. Just wanted to jump in there.
Cheesesteak style.
Fine, I'm taking Atlanta.
Why, you just want to be contrarian?
No, I like Kyle Wright can't be wrong.
Okay.
Detroit TBD against Pittsburgh's Chad Kuhl.
It's going to be Matthew Boyd on the mound for Detroit.
Used to know a Kelly Boyd.
Yeah? Boyd. I think I do know a Boyd, too. All right, Detroit on the road at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh coming off that impressive cheating win against the Twins. And if you can beat the Twins, Pittsburgh, you've got to be a pretty good team. Only 3 teams.
Detroit.
Only 3 teams have managed to beat.
I was taking Detroit.
Only 3 teams have managed to beat the Minnesota Twins this year. And
Jesus Christ.
Pittsburgh did it. Questionable measures, but they.
If this was a 162 game season, he would not be picking. He wouldn't pick. He wouldn't
Questionable measures, but they got the final number, and there's no asterisk, and we're not putting down a $25 protest fee for the questionable ways the Pirates did it. But I tell you what, Gardenhire versus the Pirates. I love Gardy, but it's at home. I'm taking the Pirates.
I'll take the Pirates as well. All right, the streaking Marlins taking on Michael Fozzie Bear Waka Waka. TBD is pitching for the Miami Marlins.
What team are they playing against?
Oh, the New York Mets. Marlins versus Mets.
Who's pitched for the Mets?
Michael Fozzie Bear Waka Waka.
Michael Waka. It's Mets. I'm taking the Marlins. I'm taking the streaking Marlins.
Where are they playing at?
New York.
Oh, Mets.
All right. I didn't know they made it today. I'll take the Miami Marlins.
So mean.
Love you. I love you, Cal. Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Boston Red Sox. Tanner Roark on the mound against Ryan Weber.
That's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching matchup. Tanner Roark 1-0 in the year with a 1.8 ERA. Ryan Weber 0 for 2, 11.57.
Oop, going Blue Jays.
I am too.
Yep.
Red Sox.
You take an 11.4. 0-2, 11.42. He has not right that ship
Red
at
Sox.
all.
All right, Jays Twins coming off an embarrassing loss.
Embarrassing loss. Come on.
Going up against the red-hot Kansas City Royals. Devin Smeltzer. Couldn't even Feltzer.
Whoever Smeltzer, Deltzer.
That's right. Against Jacob Junis.
It's the Twins. Come on, this is a joke. This is
Smeltzer's 1-0 with 11.57 ERA. Jacob
someone
Junis.
cheated.
The Twins.
You're both taking the Twins?
Yes, you are too.
For sure.
And the Giants travel to the Dodgers to take on Julio Urias.
It's the Dodgers.
No.
Oh,
no. Nuh-uh.
Okay. Interesting call here.
You're taking Samardzija with his 9.31 ERA?
Let me tell you something about Samardzija.
You don't have to tell me anything.
He's when he plays the Dodgers, man, he's something else.
Okay.
I'll take the
find out
Giants.
come Monday.
I'll take the Giants.
Antonio Senzatella for the Colorado Rockies.
Senzatella
is taking on the Seattle Mariners, and their pitcher sounds Russian kind of. Yusei Kikuchi.
That is Japanese.
I don't know. It sounds Russian.
Kikuchi.
I don't know. You say.
Kikuchi.
Anyway. Cincinnati is 2-0 in the year with a 2.45 ERA. Kikuchi, no decision with a 4.66.
Yeah, he went out there, though. I think he struck out a good amount his last one out there. I'm actually taking Seattle here.
Seattle.
Yeah.
You're both wrong.
Okay.
Taking the Colorado Rockies. They're going to be giving the Dodgers fits all season.
Oh,
and that winds it up. We'll
like
find
Lionel
out.
Richie all night long.
Oh, I love Lionel Richie.
Mm-hmm.
Cal, who has a better voice than Lionel Richie?
Lionel?
Than Lionel Richie?
Yeah.
All night long.
Probably the guy from Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I'll take Lionel.
Listen, hold on a second. Did any one of these people...
Vandross,
No.
Probably.
Everyone you mentioned, not one of them kicks off, bats lead off for We Are the World. Only Lionel Richie.
Yep.
But Michael Jackson was the focal point of the song.
Only Lionel Richie. They said, who can bat lead off for We Are the World? And
Lionel
they said,
Richie.
Lionel Richie. And they're like, you know what? There is no number 2. And they're like, yeah.
Do you realize that the head model from Soul Glow and Coming to America was based on Lionel Richie?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You know.
It makes sense.
That's true.
See, the more things we should do when we do our double feature, but we don't have time. All right.
He's a living legend.
We're going to go into commercials and we're going to end the show. So we're ending the show now. Do you got anything to read? Because I can read for Paul.
Read for Paul. Everybody knows about Vance Pizza more.
Okay. Just want to remind everybody, Just Doors QC is a proud sponsor. Don't hassle us, we're local. And just like the Quad City's only local sports talk radio show, Just Doors QC is locally owned. Just Doors QC specializes in interior and exterior work like doors, trims, baseboards, crown molding, and so much more. Whether you need to replace a front door or closet door, Just Doors is the right call. Get a hold of Paul Shelley at 309-657-8541.
Can I say it? Winter,
Yes.
spring, or fall?
Yeah.
Call Paul.
309-657-8541 to get started to help you change your home into your dream home. Paul brings an air professional to every opportunity he's offered, big and small, and will treat your home as if it were own. Go to their Facebook page, Just Doors QC. We just shared one today of theirs, and read their numerous reviews and browse their incredible before and after pictures. While you're there, don't forget to like and follow their page. Start improving your living area by calling Paul at 309-657-8541. Guys, it's always a good show.
It is a
when
good
you
show,
run out of
especially
time.
when Cal's here.
It's always a good
I like
show
to
when you run
party.
out of time and you still have stuff on the docket that you want to talk about. So always a good time. We have to thank Jason for calling in. Jason Anderson.
Cal is just like Cal Norton from Cal Norton Jr. from Back to the Ricky Bobby.
Oh yeah,
He likes to party. Likes his.
he's like, hey man, how do you turn on the radio and the TV at the same time?
Man, I ain't telling you.
That's like the party.
Because I like to party. Again, thank Anderson for calling in. Thank Chad Gordon for calling in from the Friendly Confines podcast. And like I said, it's when you have an idea, when you have it written down what you're going to do, and you just run out of time, it just makes it something better to double feature that we can still come back to and we can work on. Cal, thank you so much for coming in.
Always
Look forward
a
to
pleasure.
having you in. Is anytime you're available, you know the mic is always open.
Always.
We'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitized.
Thank you guys for watching.
Wash
Thank you
your
guys
hands
for
and your
letting me.
butts.
Yep, you should be doing that anyway.
Peace.
Or socially distance on their screened-in patio. Get $1